sickening lies told about our son by the administration are reprehensible and disgusting. Alex is clearly not holding a gun when attacked by Trump's murdering and cowardly ICE thugs. He has his phone in his right hand, and his empty hand is raised above his head while trying to protect a woman ICE just pushed down, all while being pepper sprayed. Please get the truth out about our son. He was a good man. Thank you. His last words were, "Are you okay?" Just like Renee's last words were, "I'm not mad at you, dude." You will pet me, whether you like it or not. Chat, can you hear me? Can you see me? Is everything good? I'll try to do my very best here. I don't know how good it's gonna be, but look at this, chat.
Eric is very serious.
Yeah, that's a real vest. Is it ceramic? Hold on. Abdi, can I give you this? Yeah. Here you go. Oh, this, right?
Yeah.
That thing must be like 60 pounds.
Are you feeling much more VIP now?
Oh my God, yeah.
That's my dad.
Oh, that's your dad? This is the cool ass Hasanabi, the youngest Hasanabi head. Iowa, the one that was wearing the
probably
mirror.
watching right now.
He's proud of you, man.
Residents were stunned.
A neighbor was murdered. One of our regular pub attenders was right there. I mean, they were murdered on the street.
Hopefully, local law enforcement allows us to continue. As you can probably see, one of the things that I always stress, these small businesses here are a part of the community. There is 0% chance anyone here that are all the neighbors that live here would ever do anything up. So that's something to also remember and something to also consider whenever people like from the outside try to present these sorts of actions in a specific way. Like, it's very obvious that like these businesses are open still. Under different circumstances, like Target's not gonna stay open. These are the community's backbone. Like, these businesses are the community's backbone. That's why they're doing mutual aid inside. Inside of Glam Donuts, they were giving free coffee. They had medics in there that were helping people out. This is what it's all about. They're all doing solidarity. More often than not, with the exception of some independent media, most people that come here are often coming as outsiders with a specific goal in mind. Sometimes it's clout, sometimes it's to agitate.
What we're watching is chaos erupting, really not by ICE, by these demonstrators who are not refusing to leave and putting up barricades, shouting and throwing.
Thank God, only the person with the gun was shot. Bystanders could have been shot. He could have pulled his weapon and started shooting back, and there could have been a shootout.
And to claim that these people are peaceful, Charlie, they're yelling, "Save a life, kill ICE."
I mean, they're trying to keep things calm and diffuse the tension. Again, Haley, this is not what agents ever want to have happen.
Let law enforcement do their work.
I try to show a perspective that you don't normally get from major media outlets.
They're giving you gifts?
Yeah. Safari Land, Casper, Wyoming. That's where they make this.
Best, most ergonomic design with the most widest variety of products to fit any weaponage, just about anything you can think of. Safari Land's your brand.
We pray for our Border Patrol, for our ICE, for the residents of Minneapolis this hour.
Defense technology. It's crazy because American hands made this. Isn't that fucked up? To be used by trained law enforcement, correctional, or military personnel who have successfully
My kids would kill me if I didn't try to get a picture with you.
Of course, let's do it.
All right.
I think a video is better.
We love you.
Oof. Yeah, I think the other lady that was like, talking about Tampon Tim, I assume that's an agitator.
Yeah.
She's over here being like, oh, what do y'all think about Tampon Tim? And I'm like, I don't like him, but I don't think we have the same opinion.
Yeah.
I don't want you to
Not
think
for the
we're on
same
the same
reason.
side on
Yeah,
this thing.
it's like kind of gross actually, the way it's making me reconsider. Maybe I like him now. Yeah, that's my concern with the fucking governor. A governor of a state under siege right now is that he put tampons in the fucking bathroom. And the Democrats, they see that stuff and they get scared. They're like, oh yeah, you're right. This tampon thing was bad. We should be transphobic.
As
protesters' message. ICE needs to be held accountable, and ICE needs to leave Minnesota. This weekend, we saw the largest protest in the state over at Powderhorn Park in Minneapolis. It was the 4th straight night the community came out to this memorial, the spot where Renee Good was killed by an ICE agent earlier this week. Community members tell us this neighborhood has been forever transformed after what happened on Wednesday.
Our problems stem from our acceptance of this filthy, rotten system, Dorothy Day. It is kind of crazy to see this in person, because like the amount of time I spent covering this is wild for like the past couple of weeks. You know, looking at it from every angle, including down to the dinosaur.
After the whole ICE, bullshit started in our city, some of the youth over in Cedar Riverside started patrols in the neighborhood, kind of like a little ICE watch and mutual aid to our community members. It's been like damn near 2 months since they've been down here. So people have been covering the ground every day, like 6 a.m. till damn near midnight.
Yeah. Are so they're operating at all the way up until midnight too? Like ICE is...
I mean, yeah.
Bro, you have to be so racist to do this.
Yeah.
Like that late. God damn.
There was a lot of messaging in terms of keeping him downtown, not making sure he comes to Cedar Riverside, which is a large Somali population there, especially the elderly Somali population, which has kind of been like the focal point for a lot of this bullshit when it comes to Nick Shirley and his videos. And
yeah.
He didn't make it very far though.
He didn't make it very far.
Bro,
no,
it was crazy because like, I think it's partially because obviously that it's like so racist that even most racists were like, I think I'm gonna stay out of this.
Yeah.
Because we had like 7 people.
Literally, that's it.
But then also on top of that, I think half of the motherfuckers that will show up are already doing ICE.
Literally,
yeah. They already got hired by the government.
Facts, yeah. I think you spoke about this where it was like a lot of it is just online. You know what I mean? Like online agitation, a lot of bots. I mean, it's crazy. First, I was gonna say, my name's Abdi. You wouldn't guess, also Abdi Mohamed. And I've been a journalist here in town for the better part of a decade. Just covering.
What are you writing for?
Spokesman reporter, Sahan Journal. I've been in TPT, PBS, but more so in the past few years, more so doing community organizing and advocacy within the Somali community. And with a lot of the misinformation, right? Like I think this all kind of comes down. Like now we've had 2 of our neighbors killed. Right? In Minneapolis, due to just the bullshit narrative of the Nick Shirley video, right? This is all a direct fall off from that.
Nick Shirley video got boosted by Elon Musk at a time when it was so opportune for like the administration to move attention elsewhere, away from the Epstein stuff, also in correspondence to the Israeli geopolitical interest in the region as well, establishing Somaliland. Right across the waterway from Yemen to gain a foothold in the entry point to the Red Sea. So all of that stuff was interconnected, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
And it worked so perfectly because, like, as we all know, Ilhan Omar has been under attack nonstop at the intersection of being visibly Muslim as a hijabi woman, being black, being from the continent of Africa. So all of those factors combined, it's always been like an established vulnerable population for a lot of white supremacists to attack. And from my perspective, it's like, look, I don't think most Americans know what the fuck a Somali is.
No.
Because like it's not that big of a
ago.
population. Like it's like, yeah, sure, there's a lot of Somali people here in Minneapolis, but for the most part, they either just think you're black or they just don't know it. Like they don't understand.
We've been here for about 30 years, right? Here in the Twin Cities, here in America. And there's been a lot of upward mobility for the community because of, you have community dynamics that really lean on one another. You have people who are in all industries and all sectors, right?
Yeah.
And I think this whole narrative, actually, this might have dropped today or yesterday, but the head of HHS and Dr. Oz stopped by the medical plaza. Yeah. And it seems like people still continue to act like a medical plaza is not a thing,
Bro.
And right now, the fallout has just been so terrible when it comes to businesses. A lot of these businesses
to the Turks.
I'm sorry. That's
my bad. That's
that
my
might
bad.
be your L.
I mean, obviously, we saw Donald Trump and the full federal administration attacking like Somalis as a community, right? We think it originated during the campaign when they're attacking Omar, Fateh, on some of these bullshit fraud allegations, and they were sending out like some pretty racist mailers.
Yeah.
And I think it started with
No,
that.
they were soliciting Republicans, going on Republican podcasts to have the fraud narrative. And then it worked, and it took down
And then
Omar.
local right-wing influencers picked it up. And then eventually
Because
it led
Feeding
to
Our
this.
Future happened years ago.
Literally
This is old news to us. Like Amy Bach, the white woman, has been indicted. But they knew, like, based on the all of Minneapolis, their slideshow that got leaked, that they were going to target Omar for fraud.
I agree with this theory 100%.
Yeah.
I think that is like, they have little things that they could tug on. And this was one of those things where they were like, oh, this was successful as far as like, because that immediate misdirection, I think it was like Donald Trump started talking about it randomly before the Nick Shirley video. He was like randomly, he just out of nowhere was like, all Somalians are doing fraud.
But he was re-coordinated by like local right-wing.
Well, and Omar had a high profile because of Zoran. And so it's like that short-sighted political expediency that like liberals and Democrats do to each other, where like Fry and his people thought, well, you know, this is just going to affect our race, and not thinking about the long-term repercussions.
Oh no, it's all good.
But now they want to wipe their hands clean now that
Right.
Trump and the right-wingers are taking this to this level.
Yeah, but even at the national level, the Democratic Party's response has been so fucking dog shit. I saw Seth Moulton for the first time say like, okay, enough is enough. Like we need to prosecute these agents. It's like, bro, that should have been you at Renee Good. Like that should have been you guys way before this. You guys should have never allowed the anti-migrant narratives to set in as a major part of the campaign. Because I was at the DNC and I was yelling at these guys in person. I was telling Rokan, I was like, you guys have to do strong counter messaging. I know you're scared that, like, you know, you see the Pew Research study polls that says 66% of Americans they want mass deportation. You have to make them understand what that's going to look like, and this is what that looks like. And the fact that the Democrats did not counter message against that, the fact that the Democrats did not turn around and yeah, I know. Richie Torres, that's my op.
I mean, they miscalculated when they came to this town. This is like a long history of activism, from the American Indian movement to Asian American activism to recent
to labor
movement.
A lot of labor movement.
Absolutely.
Labor militancy in this town as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think, you know, on the Somali communities front, I think this has really kind of dug in our heels in terms of our American identity and holding on to that, right? Like where for the longest time people have just kind of been questioning us. There's also been, under the Obama administration, there was a huge counter-violent extremism movement here where they would literally set children up to be monitored, right? And this happened at MSAs on the East Coast. So this community has long been under surveillance. Now it's just political expediency
by the same agency too.
100%. Yeah.
Because that's the whole purpose of ICE. 23-year-old agency that was specifically crafted by bunching up a lot of these different tools together to create this like surveillance behemoth with the fear that all Muslims on U.S. soil were actually going to do another 9/11. Like they were going to do a 9/11 in fucking Bloomington or something.
Yeah, no, literally, it was insane. Or the Mall of America. Yeah, the Mall of America. And I'll say, as somebody who sat down and interviewed Governor Walz, I've sat down and interviewed Jacob Fry and a lot of officials at the city level. I mean, whatever thing, you know, everybody here has said about just this kind of weird neutrality that was happening before the Nick Shirley video and utilizing this kind of Somali fraud narrative, not only against Omar, but against his wife, who has been exonerated in the Senate during investigation. So that was a done deal. It was an issue that was already, same thing with the whole Amy Bach situation. All of that has been litigated and prosecuted, right?
Amy Bach was just connected to Jacob Fry.
Yeah.
Jacob
Really
Fry
connected.
deeply connected to Jacob Fry and his wife.
You know, and so listen, right? Like
classic misdirection, though. It's like, don't look at me.
Yeah,
I didn't do nothing. Oh, it's my opposition.
Right? Utilizing racist tropes at this point. I mean, it's wild to see. Obviously, there's like a lot of comparisons to ICE and the Gestapo, but like not. I didn't think the Somali community was going to be the scapegoat like Nazi Germany. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of scary in terms of where things are going, and we're seeing them harass. Like they detained a Somali American citizen for 2 days, you know, a young girl, the Hmong American man who they detained also in St. Paul, and they made up like, and I commend you for what you're doing in terms of, you know, like calling out the bullshit in real time, you know, with streaming and whatnot, because the news media, I have to say, as a journalist, like I'm really disappointed.
They take a long ass time to get there. Or sometimes they don't even get there at all.
At all. And so there's so much that the community needs right now. I've been talking to lawyers who are working with the ACLU on some of these cases, right, to get DHS out and to have these civil lawsuits, these civil rights suits. And a lot of the community is scared to put their name on as plaintiffs, to say, you know, Abdi Mohamed versus the United States government, right? And so then it gets thrown out, or it just doesn't move up through the courts.
Yeah.
So that's an issue where this is going to have to play out in the courts long term. What were you saying though, real quick, about just the narratives in terms of?
Oh, what I was gonna say is, I don't think that the Democrats did enough humanizing of migrants in general.
Yeah.
And I think that's why, like, so much of the dehumanization actually set in, where you had, like, down to all the people that I've talked to post-election, I've met people that are undocumented or have undocumented relatives. And the undocumented people that were like, yeah, I would have voted for Trump if I had the opportunity. Like, it blew my mind, because, like, when you ask them the question, like, what the fuck? How what do you mean? They would think, oh, it's just a criminal.
Yeah.
They're just deporting the criminal migrants. And that's what's so crazy. How do you have undocumented relatives and you think that this administration is only deporting criminal migrants? You get there because there's no counter messaging, and no one is saying this is bullshit. When anyone does a crime, documented or undocumented, local law enforcement actually apprehends them, and they go through the system. And if it's like if it's a deportable offense in the aftermath of, like, you know, justice being served, then they get deported after they go through their sentencing. After they finish their sentence. And that's just basic facts.
Basic facts.
Just say the truth. Say the truth.
Especially like the guy that, again, they went into the Hmong community and they said, you know, under the guise of, oh, we're looking for this guy who's been in prison for since how long, right?
The guy was already in jail, and that's what's so crazy. Like, the Department of Corrections already is giving them undocumented immigrants that are already apprehended inside of these facilities as they are you know, going along with their sentence. So they use that to stat pad, to do this, like, dangerous, nefarious, disgusting, anti-migrant, dehumanizing propaganda. No, I'm good, man.
Are you good?
All right. Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else want it?
To do this disgusting propaganda, and they, and even then, like, it's like 80%, 90% no criminal background. So, like, 99% of the people that are apprehending on the streets have no convictions whatsoever, and then the you know, the people that they bring up as the worst of the worst offenders, they have been arrested already. They've been already apprehended. Justice is being served. It's ridiculous. Anyway, nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you as well.
All right, we're here at the George Floyd mural. That's crazy. Another very important site for state violence, unlawful, unjustifiable extrajudicial killings in the hands of the state. This was basically where the 2020 Black Lives Matter protest started.
Kneeling onto his neck for minutes has sparked outrage for 5 straight days. The protest escalated early this morning. Protesters broke into the High V on Court Avenue just after 2 a.m.
It wasn't just in the United States of America, but all around the world, as a matter of fact. After Derek Chauvin and numerous law enforcement officers stood around as Derek Chauvin assassinated George Floyd in broad daylight, and I believe there were 42 different angles of footage from the day in front of so many people. A horrifying injustice that led to absolutely zero police reform, as a matter of fact. I think was there an injunction? They usually, hell yeah. In the aftermath of stuff like that, high profile incidents and things like that, they'll usually have, like, when Democrats are in charge, they'll do a DOJ investigation into Minneapolis.
Yeah, we had 2 consent decrees that Donald Trump threw out.
Of course. Yeah, so if you're wondering, as I've been talking about quite a bit, why local law enforcement is not protecting the actual citizens of Minneapolis, well, law enforcement was not out there protecting George Floyd, nor the citizens of Minneapolis already. And even after that consent decree, seemingly not a lot has changed. But I don't know, you're from here, maybe you have a different perspective.
No, absolutely. And I would say, in fact, there was sort of this reactionary response that people thought, oh, we're going to defund and abolish the police, and that freaked people out. So then we actually put more money in the police budget than previously.
I think that there needs to be some serious restructuring. There is a reason for law enforcement to exist. The problem is not that law enforcement exists in theory. The problem is that law enforcement in practice does not abide by the theory of protecting and serving the people.
Correct.
it works to protect and serve the interests of capital. That's the problem.
Guys, Lauren Donovan is live downtown with the first look at the damage. Lauren, good morning.
Yes, crews are out here beginning to clean it all up now, Ticia. But you can see here there's extensive damage to the Court Avenue Restaurant and Brewing Company. This is just one of many businesses here in the area that has its windows busted out. And this was supposed to be the triumphant return for bars and restaurants in this area after 2 months of being closed because of coronavirus. They didn't have anything to do with these issues, they said. It's not deserving of this, these businesses. You can see spray paint is up here as well, including the name of George Floyd and other spray paint murals denouncing authorities. Now, we have spoken with Des Moines police. They tell us 25 people are in custody for subsequent events surrounding all of this that broke out around 2 a.m. as the bars were closing. And here is what they had to say about the issues that ensued.
Really helpful is if when we start having these incidents, if people would not just come down and stand around to watch. All that does is egg these folks on. It makes a complicated scene for us to try and negotiate, and it also puts a lot of innocent people in danger.
And police say to that effect, they had no choice but to just allow the damage to happen because there were people still out in this area enjoying the bars, going out.
I don't want to, my biggest fear right now is like accidentally slipping and falling on one of these murals, because people will cook me for the rest of time. Neighborhood Central out here. Now I get why everyone always complaining when I'm like, oh, it was 40 degrees today. Yeah, you know who's been like kind of woke? Bill Kristol.
Wild.
Which is crazy to think, like neocon ass Bill Kristol has been like more radical than Democrats have been. Yeah.
We're going right there.
Oh.
By the way, this is like this Cedar Riverside.
Uh-huh.
This is like the largest concentration of Somali Americans in Minneapolis, possibly the country.
Hell yeah.
This is where son.
Hell yeah.
Hello, son.
What's up, brother?
What's up?
What's up, man?
How y'all coming? It's the biggest rapper ever out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Somali's #1. Life of the party, you hear me?
All right.
Riverside Ave's finest, you hear me? I'm ZR, you hear me?
Yo, what's up, bro? I didn't see you right
what's
there, man.
Up,
How you doing, bro?
Riverside,
He's gonna make the hottest song out of Minneapolis.
Tell Riverside Ave finest. Tell him right there. Free Palestine, not that occupation.
All right. Good luck.
Go.
Oh.
Yeah. Some business bro.
So y'all don't do like we do durum, which is like a pita almost.
That's like close to like.
That's why I'm a terrible food influencer, because
You're supposed to talk about it while you're eating
I'm
it?
too busy shoving it down my gullet. Bro, this is just sugar water with like a little bit of additive flavor to it. It is cold as right now, chat. Yeah, that's what Fidel said when he visited America. And they were like, Fidel, aren't you scared? They've been trying to kill you. They've been trying to assassinate you, the American government. Aren't you worried? And he said, do you? And he unbuttoned his fatigues, and he opened his chest, and he showed his bare chest. And he said, I don't wear a vest. I wear a moral vest. You will never complain about cold weather in California again? No, I'll complain about it. Statement from the family of Alex Pretti, obtained by CNN. We are heartbroken but also very angry. Alex was a kind-hearted soul who cared deeply for his family and friends, and also the American veterans whom he cared for as an ICU nurse at the Minneapolis VA hospital. Alex wanted to make a difference in this world. Unfortunately, he will not be with us to see his impact. I do not throw around the term hero lightly. However, his last thought and act was to protect a woman. The sickening lies told about our son by the administration are reprehensible and disgusting. Alex is clearly not holding a gun when attacked by Trump's murdering and cowardly ICE thugs. He has his phone in his right hand, and his empty hand is raised above his head while trying to protect a woman ICE just pushed down, all while being pepper sprayed. Please get the truth out about our son. He was a good man. Thank you. His last words were, are you okay? Just like Renee's last words were, I'm not mad at you, dude. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. All right.
my
God, here we go. Trace the trophy.
Hey, Omar, you're gonna do
This is my office.
Okay, this is great.
It's
All right.
really good. Here, Omar, let me see you cutting this thing out.
Halwa, Somali halwa.
Halwa.
Pure sugar.
Bro. No, it's like, oh, that's awesome.
Isn't it great?
You know what it reminds me of? Like a Turkish delight a little bit. It's like a warm Turkish delight. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Omar. You've been fantastic.
Hoping you're brave enough to return.
Yeah, I'm brave enough. I'm a brave boy. I'm a brave boy. All right.
You will pet me, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not.